YouTubes, how are we all doing? Hope you're well. Thanks for tuning in and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is just going to be a quick painting video. So I'll give you a quick look, a quick explanation of what we have to do to this car. So it's a Land Rover Discovery and it's in for this door and quarter panel. We're doing it up to the feature line, soft edging in there. We've removed the handle, but that's it. And just a bit of a crease through that wheel arch, a bit misshaped on that wheel arch and on the wheel arch on the quarter panel. Got it in one skim and just been primed with Mipa 4+1 compact filler ratio for the primer. So it's been finished off in 600 grit, and then the blend area is the usual 800 grit, 1000 pad and grey Scotch wet. Just the top of this boot we've got to do is a couple of sort of nasty chips, just been filled and primed. And then the door, two doors, pretty similar. A little crease through this feature line, humped up a little bit. Some scratches there, scuff through there, and scuff through the arch. And the mirror cap. So yeah, keeping it all below the feature line on this job. Soft edging it. We took the handles out because they're pretty straightforward to get out. Soft edge around there. And then yeah, keep the colour away, just keeping the colour as minimal as possible. Blend it everywhere where we can. Maybe getting close edge to edge there. Put a little bit of edge to edge here. So yeah, I've sorted the colour out. Mipa, I've had some mixed results with greens with Mipa. Matching wise, they haven't been great, to be fair. So there's only one shade of this colour. Sorry about that. There's only one shade of this colour. It's it looked okay on the colour chip. It wasn't brilliant. There's quite a lot of ceralic pearl in this colour. There's three different sorts of sort of goldy ceralic and stuff in it. That looked okay on the colour chip, but the shade didn't look quite good. So I've scanned it, corrected it, and I think it's better. It looks better on the screen. But one thing you've got to be cautious of, and I've had this from experience, from scanning colours, especially ones with a lot of effect in them, where shaded wise they don't look that special until the sun lights on them, and you know, and you've got light on them, and the ceralic and the pearl pops out of it. I've had it with a colour before where the shade didn't look good. I corrected it, so I've done a recalculation on it. Looked way better on the screen. Didn't check the formula, painted it, and then when we got it, looked okay in the workshop, all edge to edge. It was a bumper on a BMW Tanzanite blue, looked fine. Until, even outside it looked fine, until the sun come round and got on it, and the recalculation, it took all the ceralic pearl out of the mix. So it got the shade right, but it took virtually all of it out. There's barely any in it, so the effect was way off. So yeah, where the cameras don't sort of pick up metallic and pearl so much, it's all about colour shade on the cameras. You have to be careful, so that caught me out. So yeah, when I correct jobs, especially ones that may have quite a lot of ceralic, you know, they're an effect colour, they change with the sunlight on them. You've got, I don't know what it's like with other paint systems, but with this I find you've got to definitely check the ingredients, make sure the recalculation hasn't altered your effect so much, because if it has, you'll probably be better off going with the original mix. But yeah, that's it. It looks okay. It has took a bit out, but it's enough in there, I think, anyway. So we're blending it anyway. So yeah, spray guns I'll use on this. I'm going to let you guess it. You can guess the spray guns on this one. So it's all ready to go. I've got the paint mixed up. I'll get water to grease, solvent to grease, blown off and tacked off, and we'll get some paint on it. Hi YouTubes. Quick video this one, really, just painting. This is one of them jobs, they want to keep the cost as low as possible, so everything was, it was fairly minor, the damage, really. You know, going up to that feature line. It's not a bad feature line to come off of, to be fair, and if you can keep everything below it on all the panels, it saves a bit of stripping. I know that it's not that much more panel above it to paint, but then the stripping, got a bit more stripping involved with the mouldings and stuff. Yeah, if you can get away with it, the customer's obviously pleased that I could get away with it. The car was going for a detail, and it had loads of scratches all over it, but only fine stuff. So yeah, just trying to keep the cost down, really. Makes it a bit quicker for us, a bit less materials as well, and yeah, sometimes you can do that with jobs. You can find a happy medium in it to make it look good and not going too over the top. Every job's different, isn't it? So sometimes you have to strip everything out and do it all and blend everywhere. Other times you can get away with painting it a bit smarter. I wouldn't say it's a smart repair, but yeah, keep the base coat. So keep the base coats obviously quite expensive. Keep that to a minimum. So you're not using a lot of base coat, and yeah, and keep the materials down by going up to feature lines. Keep the stripping down and keep the time down. All we stripped out was the handles and like the wheel arch mouldings. So yeah, didn't take too long. They come out pretty straightforward. A little bit of a bugger to get back in with the wiring, but yeah, keeps the time down, keeps the cost down. This colour was okay. It went on okay. It was a little. You find it was a little bit transparent on some of the breakthroughs. I always try to copy the. If I see the colour of the primer when I'm preparing a job or repairing it, I try to copy what they put on in the factory. It's always some sort of grey shade, or white or black. So yeah, but sometimes it's hard to get it the right colour. It was almost black, the primer that was on this car from factory. So the primer that I broke through to when I've done the repairs, and I thought it made a dark grey, but it was a bit lighter than what I thought. So yeah, it did look like I did have to go and check before I drop coated to make sure it was covered, and it was just about covered. Greens can be a little bit transparent sometimes, but yeah, if I'd had a slightly darker shade primer on there, it wouldn't have been so bad. So that's all the base coat covered now, and yeah, just going for the drop coat. So it's the usual procedure with Mipa, and some other Waterbase are the same. It's 1 bar drop coat, increase your distance, and yeah, do your blend out and your dropping all in one go. You can give it another drop coat after it's dry, but if you sort of notice, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but even though it's at 1 bar, you can sort of see it still goes on there quite wet. You can see like it's got coverage at that 1 bar, and when it is wet, it does look a little bit, does throw you a little bit when you look at it. Almost looks like it's spat on there a little bit. Sort of loads of fine dots everywhere, but when it dries out, it dries completely smooth. You can't see any of it, but it's sort of quite a good visual aid with it being wet, because you can see how far you've flicked it and blended it, and yeah, and what you've covered. But yeah, lays down really nice, the base coat, and metallics lay down really even. So yeah. So we're on to the clear coat now. I'm using the CC on this one. The clear coat I used was Mipa CX2, so it's their faster drying one. It's just 2-to-1 with no thinners in it. It's good, I like it. It really suits a lot of factory orange peels and stuff. It's really easy to apply, it dries brilliant. There's always a downside to quick drying clears, and you know, gloss wise, I'd probably say the biggest downside to this clear is the polishing, especially if it's been left a day or so. It's hard to polish. It doesn't polish up great, to be honest with you. Trying to keep it for the smaller jobs and stuff that's going out quick, you know. We sort of got a call out on a job that I painted and baked with it, clear coated and baked, and then it was almost 4 days later, and it was a real struggle to polish. So yeah, it's got its purpose. You know, where I've kept this job sort of smaller under the feature lines, it's okay. You can do bigger jobs with it, but yeah, the bigger stuff, I wouldn't use the CX2. But like I say, when the winter comes, I probably will use it a bit more on the bigger stuff. But yeah, even with the HS25 hardener in it, which is Mipa's like medium normal hardener, it's like 15 minutes at 60. Let it cool down, and it's really handleable and polishable within an hour of it coming out of the booth and drying. You can polish it no problem, but that's probably the best time to polish it. Yeah, like I say, if you leave it a bit too long, it can be a struggle to polish. But no, it's really good. It's really reasonably priced. Like I say, it's quick and easy to apply. And to be honest with you, if it's stuff that's not going out the same day, or I don't need to get anything else in the booth on that day, I just let it air dry. It air dries no problem. You can let any clear coats air dry, but obviously, you know, baking's it's speeding up your cure time. But yeah, it air dries no problem. So it does save me gas as well, especially, you know, if I'm clear coated something at the end of the day. I just run it on a bake cycle without the burner on, let it air dry, and it's fine like that. It's really good. So yeah, I don't know if you just see then, and the mirror cap nearly fell off. It's hanging on by a thread on that clamp. I need to get some better clamps. They're not that great really. So yeah, it's 2 coats anyway with a CX2. All of Mipa's clear coats are 2 coats, and you can sort of change your finish a little bit depending on how you put your first coat on. So with the CC gun and that CX2, I've everything fully open, full fan, full fluid on both coats. I've played about with it a little bit, and yeah, quite, you know, you have to go a fairly slowish speed with it, and if you look at that now, it's caught me out. It's been a while, but it's caught me again, the bugger. Forgot to pop the cap, and so yeah, that can be annoying with them Sata pots. We all have our routines, don't we, with everything we do. You have your routine of doing this and doing that, and yeah, sometimes you forget your procedures of what you do, and it does annoy me because you're in the flow, and then you have to go back over your panel again, and yeah, it's sort of uneven when, as it's going on, it goes uneven obviously with not having that airflow. But yeah, muscle memory in it. Sometimes you just do it automatically, and then other times you can forget. But yeah, it put a nice coat on the CC on this job. It does lay it down nice and flat, and I'm always cautious up to soft edges, so I won't put my full coat up there. I do my panel, and I will keep it lighter up to the soft edge masking, and then look at it once I've clear coated the whole panel. Look at it, and then just add a little bit more there, because you can get build up on your mask, especially if you've got a soft edge going the other way, sort of below where you're painting. That can sort of catch you out, having to build up a clear coat in your soft edge. And yeah, I do keep it lighter there. You're better off having it a bit lighter. Your final coat, having it a bit lighter up to your soft edge, and then just manipulate your finish with a little bit of flat and polishing. And yeah, sometimes I have put fade out up there, but the last couple of times it's caught me out. I've got a video on the channel where I put a bit of fade out in there just to melt that soft edge in. Took the soft edge tape off, put some fade out on it, and I've got a run on it. So I just leave them most of the time, and yeah, I just leave the little edge that creeps under there, and I just give that a little flat with a bit of 2000 grit, and then run over it with a bit of 3000 grit, and it polishes in fine. Doesn't leave fade out on there. Like I say, it's caught me out. You can get fade out on the rest of your panel as well, which can change your finish, so you end up flattening and polishing that anyway. So yeah, you better just try and keep the clear coat a bit light up to your soft edge masking, a bit lighter than maybe the rest of it, and just manipulate around that edge with a bit of flat and polishing. The last thing you want is just build up, getting between the tape and the panel, build up of material. And yeah, when it's wet, as soon as I know that panel's got all the clear and everything on there how I want it, I'll while it's still wet, I'll get them soft edges off. I'll put the soft edge on last. I'll do all the hard masking, all the bagging up and the sheeting and everything, and then just stick that soft edge on right at the end. So I haven't got to pull any other masking off. I can just pull that soft edge masking straight off. You know, just going over it all again a little bit. Like I say in my last video, I'm using both guns at the moment. I'm alternating between my 1.20 and the CC, and yeah, so it's sort of, I'm adjusting my speed all the time a little bit. I'm using, you know, going through the week, one day using one clear coat, one day using another, so you lose a little bit of consistency doing things like that. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't know if I waffled, I probably did waffle on a bit too much, but yeah, thanks for watching everyone. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again in the next one. Look after yourselves. Cheers. Right, on YouTube, that's the Land Rover Discovery all finished and polished and fitted up, so I'll give you a quick look at it. And yeah, it all come out okay. So yeah, we've done the bottom of these two doors. Colour's pretty decent, yeah, I'm pleased with that. A little bit edge to edge there, but blended everywhere else. And yeah, went up to feature line and that all polished in nicely. Around the little recess. Lovely colour, I really like it. It stands out really well in the sunlight. A lot of ceramic and pearl in it. The rest of the car I think is going for a machine polish and a detail now. So yeah, two doors there. Everything went okay with them, no issues. And then the door and the quarter panel on this side, and again, yeah, happy with the finish. All blended in okay on the feature line again. So yeah, that's it for this one. Pretty straightforward job. Nice colour, I like this colour, and I do like these cars as well. So yeah, thanks for watching, really appreciate it, and we'll see you again in the next one. Look after yourselves. Cheers.